Hi guys, I wanted to do a lazy get ready with me gossipy type video using some of my project pan items because I'm trying not to buy new things, so I don't have anything new to review this week or probably for a while, so I thought it'd be fun to sit down and see how I'm using some of my products. And I have to do my makeup, so it's gonna be kind of rambly. It's going to be kind of long, and I have tea. I think I have everything in my little area, but who knows. I do have a new shirt. Yes! We went to this concert last night, and it was awesome, which has then fed into today being pretty awesome. Slept over with the boyfriend, woke up next to him. Got to have some nice overcast, like, unseasonably cool weather, which I like. What else did I do? Had brunch with a friend. I feel like there's something I'm missing in the pile of things in front of me. So, we'll find out. Felt like there might have been a zit there. You know how, like, you touch your face? And sometimes some part is sensitive, you're like, what is that? And if you poke it, you can kind of figure out if it's a zit or you just, like, hit your face funny. So, let's get started with things. I'm using a new one. I'm using the Too Faced Shadow Insurance as my primer lately in an attempt to try and go through a bunch of samples that I had. It's been working out pretty well. It's a weird consistency to come out of the type of squeezy tube it is. It's gotten to the point where I'm just kind of like squeezing and getting too much. But it's been holding my eyeshadows really well. It's not overly sticky. I do not like sticky primers. And I'm going to be using this Tarteist Pro palette as my mirror today, because I don't think I have a mirror in any of the other things I'm pulling from. But with that on, let me face prime. I'm using this NYX First Base Primer Spray. Yes, I spray way too much of it, because I feel like it'll be weird if I end up with one part that doesn't have it on it, and the stuff is pretty cheap. It's one of the only water-based mattifying primers that I found for the price point, and I've been really liking it, so I even have my little fan to dry my primer. So, we are in the last month of my 5 by Fall project. So I'm trying to kind of push on those. I joined a Facebook group for people who do panning projects or just like really like using up their makeup, and that's been really fun, and they've kind of motivated me to also try a bigger project. I'm gonna probably after this film my intro for the 12 pans of Christmas, which I don't think maybe the rainbow. I don't know. I don't remember how many products were in the rainbow one that I did. The Rainbow Pride project pan. Oh, and this is my Tarte Amazonian Clay foundation. This is in my 12 pans of Christmas just because I'm gonna use it up anyway, and I think this will help me use it and not be justifying buying a new one until this is gone, because like it's getting down there. I don't use, like, this is probably too much. That's about how much I use per use, so I can definitely get it done by Christmas, and I like to give myself a couple wins, things I know for sure I can finish, things I'm not going to be struggling on. And I've been really liking this Real Techniques Expert Face Brush for all of my... I was liking it with the NYX Dropper Foundation. I'm liking it with this one. I'm really happy with this. But yeah, it's been really cool talking to people on there and like seeing the different types of panners. Because on YouTube, a lot of the big people who do it are minimalists. So they're doing it mainly either to get rid of duplicates or minimize their collection, or just like make themselves use products they already have as opposed to going out and buying new stuff, which is cool, and it's really nice to see how people can like be happy with a smaller collection and not kind of fuel this slightly YouTube driven need for products, because a lot of the beauty gurus are just, sorry, this is around my nose and my mouth, so I have to focus, and this stuff does dry pretty quickly. Blends out nicely though with a beauty blender as well. They're getting a lot of PR and they're always doing reviews on new products, and so you kind of get into the hype of, oh, I need all the new things, which I still fall victim to a lot because I like new products, and my collection is still at a stage where I'm growing it. There's a lot of what I consider staple products that I don't have yet. Like I only have one of the chocolate bars, and I do want to have all three. And I only have 2 of Naked's, the Urbay Decay Naked palettes, and I do want to have all of them, but I'm trying to space it out and make sure I'm buying the palettes for the right reasons and not just collecting to collect. Although Urban Decay is one of the formulas I like a lot, so it's hard to be like, no, you're not going to use that. Yes, I will. I'm using pretty close to all of my makeup decently regularly. The only thing I'm not really pulling out as much as I should are lip products. So it's been cool seeing them, and they posted this in there, and there's a little section of the group doing a no buy low buy, which I'm trying to do. It's been a lot of fun. So I lost my train of thought, so there goes my plan to be gossipy throughout this whole thing. It's also really cool because they post a lot of, like, if they're having problems with the product, how to work on it, which you don't always see when you see all the YouTubers in there. They'll be like, oh yeah, I've been going through this, and you're like, how are you going through that product so quickly? And then you find out, oh, well, they're using, something in the size of an eyeshadow pan as a bronzer. Yeah, you'll go through that a lot faster, because it's going in a much bigger section of your face, or it's pretty cool. It's making me a lot more active on Facebook, though, because I haven't really been posting much or commenting much. I just kind of scroll through and stalk people I went to high school with. But yeah, it's been nice. And going to set my face with the RCMA No Color Powder, which I am still really, really liking. See, it just, I don't know if it has more color on people who are actually pigmented in their skin, but on my skin it just makes stuff matte magically. It's nice. And I have extra left over. What do? We'll do the nose again. Yeah, I've been noticing that before I was really careful to like set under my eyes, and then somehow it'd get fallout on like the sides of my nose, so now I set my nose as well, because nervousness. Okay, now we're gonna get into some actual eyeshadow. One of the things going into my 12 Pans of Christmas is this White Lies eyeshadow by Makeup Geek. I like it. It's nice. It's not like white. It's not like you're picking up a Kat Von D white that's gonna like show up white. This is kind of more of a translucent type set. So you like it? It lightens a little bit, but it's not like a stark white. So I got this, and then I used it for a while and then never really went back to it. And it's a nice base shadow that I want to do some stuff on. And I think that's going to just be something I keep in a lot of my projects. Some kind of base shadow or cream color that'll go on. Because I tend to keep most of my projects to makeup things unless I'm really reaching to fill whatever group or when I have the specifications on them, well, we need these products or they need to fit this criteria. Generally I can do it with makeup, not always, but like my skincare is pretty down to the stuff I just really like. My hair stuff is down to just the stuff I really like. So it's just makeup that I'm trying to like make sure I'm getting an even usage across. So now we're getting to stuff. This is something I've been using. This is Barcelona Beach by Makeup Geek. I've been using this a lot to make Cupcake less super pink. Because, you know, it doesn't look like it'd be, like, aggressively pink, but it does come across pretty pink on me, which I like, but doesn't necessarily work for using too often. So I have been mixing them together, and the Cupcake is in my 5 by Fall. So I'll take Barcelona Beach and, like, set that down in the crease. Which, like, that's really nice on its own. I do need to use this shadow more, which I have been doing by pairing it with Cupcake. And then I'll go in with the same brush and pick up Cupcake, which is getting a little hard to use because it's all around the edge, and just run that over Barcelona Beach. And you get more of like a dusty mauve as opposed to like a pinky pink. Yes, I needed that many pinks in it. And so it pairs a lot more easily with other shadows in my collection if I do it this way. And then I get to use two shadows for the price of one look. But yeah, I've been really enjoying this as a base, so even after I finish up Cupcake, I will probably repurchase it and continue to use it this way, which I kind of assumed I would keep using Cupcake. Maybe not right away, but like, yeah, this is one of those things I was really excited to get in my collection when I first bought it, and it has been a very good purchase. The other reason I like using it with Barcelona Beach is Cupcake on its own is just a touch powdery, so if I'm building it up without something already a little different into like the really like sockety crease, the powder will get in my eyes, and then it will just water on the corner and wear away any powder out there, which can be frustrating, because I build this really nice, you know, what I consider a nice blended look, and then there's just like a blank spot that you can't really fill in nicely, because when you fill it in, you get more powder in your eye, and it just keeps messing with you. So then I generally do the same stuff that I do on my crease, on my lower lower lash line, with this Luxie 231, which at some point I'm hoping to try to like calm down on buying eyeshadow palettes and expand my brush collection, because I have a decent set that I like. So this is Barcelona Beach, but I really want to like explore some Sigma brushes and try out some more Morphe. The Luxie brushes I've been getting in, like, I've gotten in Birchboxes and Ipsies, I really like. So I probably need to pick up more from them and just, like, have a bigger variety to pull from. But it's never pressing because I do technically have enough brushes. Which is kind of one of the reasons I'm in the middle of the no-buy, or attempting the no-buy, is I have purchases that aren't, like, pressing, that I still kind of want to do. Like, I need to get some new running shoes, because the ones, oh, that went straight in my eye. The ones I have are very old, and they still work, but I feel like I'd be more motivated if I had, like, fresh shoes, and I should go out and buy them so I have the proper support and I don't mess with my knees and my back too much, because that's two of the things that start to hurt when I have bad shoes on. So, but I put that off because I'm like, oh, you know, I should, and then an eyeshadow palette comes out and I buy the eyeshadow palette instead, because the eyeshadow palette's new and fun, whereas, you know, running shoes is not everybody's favorite thing to be like, yes, I have new running shoes, super cool. And I'm just like, well, it's helpful, but it's not the most exciting thing. But I need to do it. Okay. Now, I'm deciding how I want to do the crease. The other thing I've been enjoying is deepening up the outer corner with a combination of my two dark shades, because I just have so much powder on the top of this. Of the trio in my project, Use It Up, I only have this one darker brown shade left. So I've been using that on the outer corner a lot. And then I also have this purple from a single from the Meet Matrimony palette. And so I've just been trying to use those as much as I can in the outer corner. I think I'm going to put down the brown and then go over it with the purple. But I do like using these two. So again, I use this Luxie brush for like half of my look, basically. And just having the brown in there with Cupcake just really makes stuff blend into it really nicely. I do have a look in mind. I haven't done it with these products, but it's a look I like to do. I'm also already like getting excited about trying to do a Pan That palette next year, or combining a Pan That palette with a 18 and 2018 type project. This Facebook thing is making me very ambitious, so I'm hoping that it will continue to go well. Yeah, see, I really like that as a base. Although I feel like I could use more Cupcake on this side, so we're just gonna do some more. And just really diffuse the edges. Oh, it's doing the thing. My outer corner is watering slightly. Because originally I was like, oh, I'm just going to try and do, get some usage on my, whatchamacallit, Lorac Pro Matte. It's cool. And then everybody was talking about doing 2018. I was like, well, let me see how many pans that would even really be. And I was already thinking about trying to hit pan on some shadows in the Moonchild glow kit. And it's making me so excited to try so many things. As well as seeing the different goals. A lot of what you see directly on the YouTube community is, or at least the ones I've been watching, is finishing stuff completely, which might not be everybody's goal or whatever. But it's really impressive for filming to completely finish something. Whereas people who are just panning for fun or doing it on blogs can sometimes just be doing it to get more usage out of a product, which is kind of just what I like to do. I like to rotate my usage more evenly across my collection. Okay, and I'm going to take that purple shade with that same Luxie brush, which I might repress this today. It's just all in the corners and hard to use, hard to pick up properly. I'm just going to run that over the purple, over the brown, burn the purple over the brown, and blend it out. I like it. So you see people doing Pan That palettes on YouTube, and a lot of them are really big palettes, like the chocolate bar or like a full Lorac Pro or something like that, which can be kind of intimidating. You're like, I just want to do like this smaller palette. Does that even really count? It does count. Okay, and then I'm going to take that little pointed brush from Sephora and pick up some purple, put that further out on my lower lash line, not quite as far as this brown. And I feel like using the brown and the purple together also helps it be more of a neutral tone, and you get more usage on both, but it makes things a little bit more varied. Okay, so then we can close up my little palette of singles, and I want to use Trendy on my lid, which I've used this before and I've liked it quite a bit. I'm just going to pick that up on my little Ulta brush. Yeah, I really like that. I really love these blue-brown type pigments. I also have Insomniac from Makeup Geek that does pretty much the same thing. You could do it with the blue-brown pigment from MAC. They're very popular because they're very pretty and they're just interesting in a still very neutral, wearable way. Because a lot of duochromes end up pretty intense, so you couldn't wear it with necessarily such a... I guess this is not understated, but it's not like neon orange or anything. It's still... Now I'm running it all the way out over that darker section so that it still gets the sheen if you move your head, but it also straightforward keeps the depth on it. So I'm gonna run this through my crease to blend out the edges. Just, I really like when I use shadows like this. They make me feel super pretty, which is what makeup is for me. Okay, now I kind of want to use something in the Moonchild for my highlight, and I don't know if I want to use Lucky Clover or Pink Heart. I think Pink Heart might be better for how the look turned out. I should drink my tea. I have tea. Does anybody like pan food? Like stuff like coffee and tea that you're not, like, it's not gonna go bad, but it's also not something that you might necessarily go through as quickly as you intend to buy it. As really, my mascaras are not in my bra to warm up like I like them, so we're just gonna get those in there. I like this Morphe G80, and I'm gonna put it in Pink Heart and start working on my usage. So I would really like to hit pan in as many shades as I can in the glow kit. Yeah, that turned out really nice. I do really like these shades for inner corner highlights and face highlights. Like, I'm really happy with this palette. I really wish I had more option to use it because I'm panning a face highlight. Oh, that looks cool. I'm tempted to layer something over it, but I think it might be too much. We're just gonna leave it at this. We're fine. It's fine. And then I am so close to done with this Honeydude from Colourpop, which is in my 5x Fall. So I'm gonna run that in my waterline. Does anybody use stuff like that in their project pans? Or like, I bought too much soda and I'm not going through it, so I want to like remind myself to use the soda or whatever. Is that a thing? Somebody tell me if that's a thing in the comments. Okay, so I think the eyes are done. I like them. They're a little like pretty drug addict, but I don't mind that. Alright, so now I have to do cheeks, and I'm remembering what I forgot to do, which is wet my beauty blender for my blush. So I'll be back. And we're back. So this is one of the ways I've been really enjoying using cream blushes, because I'm panning Rain from Colourpop, is it works really nicely on a beauty blusher, which, you know, it's made for blushes, but I really like it. So I just, before I powder. And it allows it to build up a lot more nicely. Like, it kind of blends it into the skin. You end up with a much more natural look from it, which I'm gonna layer something else over this anyway, so it will look less subtle. But because this is so cool toned, and I'm not always wearing cool toned looks, I've been enjoying putting something else on top of this, and use this just kind of like a change the tone of whatever it goes under. Like when I was doing Flamingo, which I've finished, which was this really nice, like, kind of baby pink. Together they make kind of more of a mauve. Okay, so that's where we are on the purple. Set that aside, and I'm going to go into this Stila watercolor blush in Water Lily and tap that over top for extra prettiness. So this one I just kind of tap some out of the top part of it and then dot it and blend it with another finger quickly. Together they seem to make a really nice, like, actual, like, blushy blush color. Oh, that was too much. Oh no. Oh no. Look what I did. Why did you let me do this? We're about to be extra blushy on this side. Good thing that is the side that my hair hangs more heavily over on. Yeah, see, that's a bit. Okay, so we're just gonna tap a little extra on that face to balance them, because I'm gonna put my translucent powder over the top of this, so you can go a little ham with your cream blushes, and then they will fade into your skin onto your translucent powder. So that's what I did to myself, and just rub the excess off of my hand. So yeah, this is one of the ones that's going in my 12 pans of Christmas because I like it, but I just haven't been reaching for it. I really should have been using this more in the summer, but I was doing other stuff, and so now I'm gonna use it this way. And then we get to go over the whole face with translucent powder because I get oily. And I used to use a bigger brush, but I've just been using this little one, and it's been working rather nicely. Which I am also really excited because Dr. Jen from Atomic Cosmetics is working on coming out with a setting powder, and I really like her products, and she said it kept her super matte. So based on how good it is, it might replace my RCMA No Color powder when I run out of it, because I get so oily and I would like to get less oily. There's only so much you can do, and powder is one of the things that helps. Which that's one of the things I really want to try after I finish up this and some samples that I have. I want to try the Double Duty Tarte Powder Foundation, because you can pick it up with a beauty blender, which I think will allow me to get coverage but also stay matte because it's like a powder. I'm very excited and optimistic about trying that out. So, another thing that I've been doing is I have been using this Colourpop Stole the Show, that it's just die already kind of mode. It's so far down, and I'm trying to use it up so I can enjoy the rest of my highlighters again. I've been layering other highlighters over this, so I picked this up with this brush here and kind of put down a base and then make it more intense with a different one, or like change the color or add some glitter over the top to still use it but be feeling more creative in my highlight. So I load the brush up and then I kind of place it and then blend it around, and like it does make a really nice glowy highlight, and it doesn't really lean silver or gold too much so that you can use it with more stuff. Like, it's a really nice highlight. I'm just feeling a little fed up that it won't just die on me already. And I don't even think it'd be a good idea to like repress it down to one corner. I think we just need to kill the ring. Ooh. So I place that down. And then since that's a cream, I give it a little bit to set and do my brows. And then I'm going to go over it with something else afterwards. Which this is another one of those kind of gimme products that I put in my 12 Pans of Christmas. I've been angling it to go down, and I just really want to hit the bottom on one side, and this is the only brow product I'm using right now, so I will definitely see progress on it. But I do have goals, so I'm going to do my goals. Okay, and now to not fuck up my brows. Oh, I went a little high. Oh well. Oh, it looked kind of intense on camera. It'd be fine. I'm sorry, I try to focus during my brows so I don't end up looking too weird, which like I still end up a little strange, but this tail is being kind of weird. Oh well. So, I know I get some people watching my panning videos. Do you guys also pan, or are you just like I was before, where you like to like see people using the products and it's like a weird satisfying thing for you? And if so, what kind of projects do you do? Do you have a seasonal one? Do you want to do 12 Pans of Christmas with us? Because I'm going to try and link all of the projects I'm using these out of in the cards if I remember. Which I very well might not. And then you guys can join in and tell me where you are and what you're using and tell me where your videos are and I can go watch your videos or your blogs or whatever. Because I've been having a lot of fun getting to know the people in the community more. Beyond just like stalking their YouTubes. I think it'll do. Some days my brows behave and other days they fight me and I just deal with whatever they end up as. So, it's not the worst that they've looked. Okay, I'm just gonna throw you aside and drink some more tea. Okay, oh, brow gel, I did. I found this in one of my old drawers in my makeup container, and I had bought a new clear brow gel and never opened it, so we're trying to use that again because I had kind of phased it out of my routine, but I think I'd already finished up the one I was working on, so we're just, I don't necessarily know if it's doing anything worth buying it anymore, but I have it, so I'm trying to use it. So I should have put this in a project because I'm already using it as a daily thing to try and get rid of it. Things I didn't think of. Also, I go back and forth on whether or not I think putting in too many products that you're already definitely going to finish just with regular usage. Like, I don't necessarily put mascaras in because I'm using my mascara anyway. I'm going through them at a rate I'm comfortable with already. I feel like panning is an excuse for me to focus in on things and try and use them more, as opposed to just list the things I'm already going to use up. But I'm weird, so. And then, going to go in with second layer of highlight with this adorable little setting brush, and Star, which is in my 12 Pans of Christmas. Which is one I don't think I'd really used a lot. I think I got very excited about like the green one and the blue one, and I didn't really look at this one, which is really nice. So I'm happy I'm going to be getting more use out of it. Because it's like a silver, almost lilac, but also not. And it's just very pretty. I was worried that I was going to have some problems doing it because I knew I needed to start focusing on that one. And then, oh, there we go. You can see it. I put it on when I was like, I gotta start using it. It's in my project. And it's very nice and I like it. So I'm even more excited about the rest of this palette because I already knew I liked the other 5 shades. Although Blue Moon and Blue Ice get kind of similar looks on me, I still like them both. So I'm excited to use this. I love this palette. Alright. What else? I'm weirdly tempted to put this on my inner corner, but I think that might be too much. We're gonna do it. This is Distortion from Urban Decay. It's their heavy metal glitter eyeliner. And I got this, and I really like it, but I don't remember to always use it. So I'm going to put this over Pink Heart in my inner corner. Okay, that's really pretty. Just kind of... I like it. This was a good choice. Which this is mainly how I use this. It's just kind of throwing it as some extra texture and funness in my inner corner. I have run it across my lids before. I need to do that more as well. It's one of those products that like I need to use more, but I also don't think I will ever get enough progress going on them to count them as a panning product. You guys see a little bit. It looks really cool in person. I've noticed a lot of things with glitter and shimmer don't show up the same on camera as they do in person, because in person you can see like the green with the pink and it looks really cool. But this stuff I like. As you can see, I've had it for a while and I've got like the tiniest little air bubble in it, and that's about it. Okay, so now I think we probably have to do lashes with my dirty old lash curler. And I need to go in with both of my things. So I use this Benefit They're Real Tinted Lash Primer as my base. It is my favorite. I just go through this stuff super often, which is why it's generally not something I put as a panning product, because I'm going to finish it. I'm going to finish it and I'm going to repurchase it, and that's just been the way things are. And will probably continue to be. Because I have other primers that I really don't mind, but they generally, a lot of companies make white mascara primers, which then you have to be extra careful to go over and coat every single lash in your black mascara so it's not peeking through, which might not be what you want to do. If I do too many coats of mascara, I don't like how my lashes look. But if I put a black mascara over a dark brown primer, if I miss a lash or two, it's not as noticeable. Oh, I got that in my brow. Oh no. Which means I don't feel the need to run over it as many times with mascara and risk clumpy lashes. Things I do. And then I realized I had bought a full-size version of the roller lash, and I'd been using it in my minis instead, so I'm going to try and work on this for a while. It's not any projects because I don't know how to track mascara usage, because you just kind of use mascaras until they're not working nicely or they feel too old, and then you stop using them. At least that's what I do. Which I've been using a lot of samples, so this could be a very long bout of just using roller lash. Which I do really like roller lash. It gives me these nice fanned out lashes that aren't too clumpy or spidery. It's got a nice little curved wand. Sorry, I shouldn't block you, because obviously seeing my super shitty mascara application is important, obviously. Okay, mascara's on, and I have one more thing I want to throw on my face. I have this Buxom lip gloss that I have worked down to about here, which is impressive for somebody who barely uses anything other than balms. And I am putting this in my 12 pans of Christmas because I need to use it more. I bought it last Halloween for a costume. With the justification of I wanted it to be something I would still use. because I was being Liv Moore from iZombie, and she has these really pale, kind of like cracked, chapped lips because she's supposed to be a zombie. But I didn't want to go out and get like a really weird nude lip that I was never going to wear other than for that costume. So this was my justification. I'll get this lip gloss that's nice and it's like lightening but not super weird. It'll work for the costume and then I'll still use it. And I did use it for a while. But I was using it on and off, and I would like to get some more usage out of this specific color, and then potentially get more glosses of deeper colors out of the brand. And it's nice and moisturizing, and it tingles, which makes sense for the 12 Pans of Christmas to be a cooling thing. I thought I was really, really proud of myself. So that's the look. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for seeing the cool look that I came up with using a bunch of my panning products. If you want to see any of the other stuff that I'm doing, I will have links to them up in the cards. If I remember, I'll put them in the description box, but there's no guarantee on that. And if you want to see me make a look with one of the projects in it, comment that on one of my videos, and I'll be like, okay, cool, let's make a video about how I'm using X&S's product. And yeah, I'm gonna try and do more of this type of content, or like check-ins on how the products are doing, fewer new reviews, because I'm trying to buy less new makeup for a while, especially since we're gonna be going into birthday season. Starting in late September, we start having all sorts of my family and, you know, in-laws' birthdays. So we all try to buy less during that time because you have birthdays coming up, you've got Christmas coming up, New Year's, and you all just kind of have to start saving money for the holidays and buying presents for each other and not buying presents for yourself so people have stuff to buy for you. And then it won't really be done until I kind of stop that low buy section after my birthday. Well, actually after the gauntlet, because we have my birthday, Valentine's Day, and the yearly anniversary with my boyfriend all in 3 days in a row. So yeah, we called it the gauntlet. And that's when I can start picking up things, or feeling like I can pick up things that that was holding off buying because I might get them as a present. So we're going to be trying to do more tutorials, one palette looks, how I use different things in my collection as opposed to doing new reviews. So hopefully you guys will like that. If not, I'm going to do it anyway. I'm sorry. Like, I'm open to new content and things you want to ask from me, but I also am making these for fun. So if I want to do something, even something weird and stupid, I'm going to do it. And if you don't like it, you can just click away. Sorry. But thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.